Hey, my fellow creators, it is time for your coffee break. So get your coffee, your tea, or in this case, probably a protein shake, because we're going to have a chat with Elle, who is a coffee ambassador, fitness professional, and blogger, and entrepreneur. And actually, you were probably one of the first people I started following on Ko-fi. So I'm really happy to get a chance to talk to you today.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to talk to you too. I think it's the same. You were one of the first people I followed. So
Awesome.
It's great to get a chance to chat.
How about we give you a chance to talk a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you use Ko-fi?
I have found the umbrella title of creative entrepreneur to be a good way to describe what I do these days. I'm a fitness professional, so I have personal training clients and I have classes. I came across Ko-fi through another creator, and she was taking donations to support the projects she was doing. It really worked well in that sense, and that's how I first began using it for donations towards the classes that I was running. And I think over the last 2.5 years, like, Ko-fi has evolved so much. It's always becoming bigger and better, and they always have our needs at the core of what they do, which is why I'm still on the platform and I still enjoy using it. I think the top feature for me has been the shop. It's been a place that I've been able to list on-demand classes, physical products, and then memberships launched, which has been cool too, because subscription-based models are valuable to any business. Then commissions have just relaunched, which are also awesome. I've just relaunched my commissions very recently to allow people to book an appointment with me to pick my brains if they need any support with their creator journey or with their business journey.
So let's break that down a little bit. I was looking at your shop and you have a lot of great content on there, especially items for free, a chance for people to kind of experience a quick example of the workout before they might want to become a member and maybe have some more virtual training and things like that. That's a great strategy to get people to check out some of your work.
It kind of uses the donation model, doesn't it? Because you're saying, have this, and if you appreciate it and value it, you can always come back and they can donate, or they can just outright choose to buy me a coffee as they purchase. So yeah, I like the flexibility because everyone's in different situations at different times. So yeah, there's that openness to say, you can support me now, you can support me next month. Just don't forget me.
And then I was taking a look at your memberships. You have a couple different price points here to kind of get you in the door for live classes, and obviously the other tiers that you have kind of get more exclusivity, additional classes. But then I saw that you have your Discord community. So how has that been working out for you?
So Discord was something that was completely new to me. I really saw that there was a space for this because Facebook and Instagram and other social media platforms, like, you can grow an audience, but it's really hard to have a two-way conversation with everybody or anybody, or to reach everybody. I've built an online studio, so it kind of feels like a physical building where we've got a fitness studio, we've got a ride studio, we've got a run studio, and then there's some private parts for members of different areas depending on what you've donated.
Discord integration from Ko-fi just kind of streamlines that whole process of building and engaging your community. Luckily, with Ko-fi, they have a lot of documentation to help you with the integration of the Ko-fi bot to make sure you get people in the right channel, the right permissions, and just try to streamline it all. Let's talk about your commissions, because I thought this was really fantastic, and I haven't seen a lot of people do this. But as a creator, you realize that through this passion that you have around fitness, you've also have a dedication around entrepreneurship, and you can find ways of leveraging that experience.
So that's something that's really new, because I feel like I get so many emails. I got one recently from a brand who said they were doing research and they want to know all the pain points of creators. And he was like, can I schedule a call? And I was like, well, this actually is my first pain point. Everybody wants my time, but nobody wants to pay for it. So I was like, do you know what? That's a boundary that I need to set for myself, because otherwise you can end up giving all of your time away for free. And I could do that if I so chose to, but it's not going to pay my bills, unfortunately. I've had people come to me plenty of times and they have asked me questions, and then they're like, you know what, you really should like have a club or a membership or something. And that's not something I think I have the energy to commit to, but I am committed to supporting other creators and other professionals and other entrepreneurs where I can. So if someone does have something that they want to spend half an hour to sit down and chat about, I'm more than happy to do that. And this is a really great way to, manage my time and manage their expectations of what they can get from me.
Yeah, and I think you brought up a very good point, was that once you kind of take a passion and you turn it into a business, you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And when you're excited about something, it's easy to want to chat about it and talk and share and things like that. But you also need to look out for yourself here. And your mental health is very important. So if you're just constantly giving and not getting in return, it can really have a negative impact on you. So I think putting these parameters around your offerings as commissions is a great way to have a very focused dialogue. Whoever commissions you for these knows exactly what they're going to get out of it. And it protects your time so that you can use it to focus on your brand. What types of tips and tricks would you offer for newer creators, or maybe some of those existing Ko-fi users that are trying to build their own brand?
I would say my first tip is don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to fail. You don't have to be successful with the first product that you put out there or the first commission that you try. The best thing about being online and being digital is that you can just click delete. And then with fitness and other creators, I imagine this could work. Find different ways to utilize your content. So after like a couple of months of delivering online classes, I realized that everyone couldn't make the times that I chose, and I could actually utilize what I was already doing and make that work harder for me. So that's why I record all my classes. I provide them now as part of a membership, and some of them I provide as a one-off purchase. So that's 5 minutes of work for me after the class, but actually that could be an unlimited income source after the fact. I think don't be afraid to speak to your community and ask them what they want, because that's one surefire way to create something that they're going to engage with, they're going to enjoy.
I especially love the don't be afraid to fail, because you have to try things and experiment to learn, not only more about what your audience or community might like, but learn more about yourself. And I feel like my Ko-fi page and my podcast have gone through several iterations of trial and error just to figure out what keeps it fun, what keeps people engaged, what does everybody really want. And if you're not constantly reassessing what you're doing to see what you can improve on, you'll just it's kind of stale, and it's not forward momentum.
And you know what? I'd also say to look at your data. So like I said, I'd been on Google Analytics recently and saw that the majority of my hits are going to my shop. So, if that's where most of your audience are landing first, like how could you use your shop to connect in the best possible way? A few months ago, I went through my shop and I saw there were a few things that people were loving. There were a few things that never had a sale. And I just, removed the things that people clearly weren't that interested in and kept the things that people were. Using your data to help you make decisions and find what works is important.
For those that haven't, or maybe they've been a little afraid to, Gold members can utilize the Google Analytics ID so you can get more information. And Ko-fi has a breakdown of how to do this, so you can gather more insights to where people are going on your page. So you can make those meaningful choices on what stays, what goes, what you need more of, especially as you're trying to build out your brand. You can throw a lot of stuff out there, but if no one's taking advantage of it, then maybe you need to change course. So that's great. Yeah. I love that. I'd say that's a power user move, because not a lot of people talk about looking at the analytics, but once you get to a point, it's good to have real data and not just opinions about what's working, so that you can make those meaningful decisions. Well, thank you everyone for checking out this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Ko-fi page. And of course, you have to follow Elle on Ko-fi. Not only to see all our great stuff, but get motivated to get active. And it's just, I look through your page and I'm like, okay, I need to step it up, but I need to be a little bit more active myself. So check out her page, send a donation her way, buy her that protein shake, and check out some of her videos, and you won't be disappointed. So again, Elle, thank you so much. Really appreciate the talk, and we'll see you out on Ko-fi.
Yeah, thank you.